So.
Very good. How's things?
Not too bad, Mark.
Yeah.
How you keeping?
Ah, good, good. You ever been in the school before?
First time.
Jeez, it's massive, isn't it?
Massive,
I never
yeah.
even knew it. Like, I've been around the area, I haven't.
I've heard of it, like, but I would never, no reason really to be
Well,
here.
half of my squad would have gone either here, and the other half are gone to friends.
Right,
You know,
okay.
that kind of thing. Well, not quite.
That's one
but-
just
but
over across the road there.
it's fairly near, yeah. I still had to get a sat nav to find it.
You can't find it, nobody can find it.
No, that's it. That's it. Hey, listen, last time we talked, did you get me that phone number?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I should have reminded you. Is that all right? I haven't told my brother yet.
No,
So you're not in trouble yet.
no, the best I was away, obviously I can't there.
Yeah, how did it go?
Went well,
Yeah.
so we had three athletes over.
Whereabouts was it?
Scotland, so Largs, Sport Scotland, nicest centre up from the west coast of Scotland, so it's about 40 minutes north of Glasgow.
All right, right. It was nice.
Lovely, yeah. So it's a
Yeah.
purpose-built Paralympic facility, so there's accessible rooms on site, restaurant, training area. So
And was it just your sport, or was there other things happening as well?
the
or-
week we were there was a Botch UK, so there's 15, 16 athletes, so all the support staff, coaches. Gymnastics are also based there, but they weren't there that week, so they might do a competition or something.
Okay.
So it's a nice training centre, bocce, gymnastics, and what's the other sport? I think badminton maybe or something.
Right.
It's based there as well. So really good
Okay.
facility and good environment as well. You know, you're there, you're on site for the whole time, so you don't have to move to the hotel or
Brilliant. Brilliant.
anywhere for lunch here. You can
So they have the
sit at
food,
lunch
everything, you know, so you can
Aye.
set your menu
Yeah.
and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very good. Would you have kind of had to give, well, this athlete needs this kind of food, or or is it kind of generic, or?
No, it'd be pretty different for everyone because they're bots athletes and they're obviously high levels of physical disability.
Yeah.
Some of them are tube fed, some are fed, you know, not solid food, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
So really they
right.
have, and some of them have dietary requirements, and
Yeah.
also then they give the requirements of the sport in terms of nutrition as well. So
Of course, yeah, yeah.
so it's
Quite complicated then, really.
complicated. Outside of my addictions, there's nutrition who does all that, but obviously the guys are profiled for long
Yeah.
before they get to camp in terms of what they need and stuff. so-
Right. Would you have any? Would you have had to do any preparation with that end at all, or is that kind of pretty much taken care of?
At national level here, we do a bit of that in terms of preparation for training and competition. You know, general kind of
Yeah.
information. That's obviously not that qualified in that area of work. So
Yeah.
because these athletes are excuse me, really specialised as well in terms of their nutritional needs, it
Right.
needs that kind of expert input.
Yeah.
Interested as a sports nutritionist, so understands the requirements of the sport. They're not just medical.
Yes,
person,
yeah.
So,
Because
and they do liaise with the coaching staff. I think they would liaise with me in terms of what I felt they need, but they ultimately would make the decision.
so if you've got 15 athletes, you literally could have 15 different meal preparations.
Yeah, well, maybe not that. Would be maybe eight or nine, but obviously different preparation, but also the way it's consumed. Then would be quite different.
That's what I
as
mean.
well.
Yeah,
So,
that's more what the outcome was.
And
yeah.
the guys with cerebral palsy would actually burn quite. The ones with uncontrolled movements are moving all the time, so they're burning calories really fast.
Really, right.
But their consumption of calories is quite slow in terms of they have to be fed, and some of them are. I think there'll be a lot of non-supplements in terms of not your natural like medicals, like meal kind of replacement drinks. And
Right.
stuff, yeah, just because they're burning so many calories just by sitting here. They'd be moving, so.
And what is it? Did you say that their digestion then is quite slow?
Their digestion could be, but also the way they consume meals would be because they have to be fed by someone else or they're fed through a tube,
Right.
which takes a long time as well.
Yeah.
It obviously goes along with their medication as well. A lot of them are on.
Really is.
So it's complex.
I was just going to say it's very complex.
And then they could be on court for, like, for example, our 4 days we were in camp. It was a 9 o'clock start and a 6 o'clock finish every day. So that a typical day would be 2 court sessions and then a physio or a gym session, plus meetings and stuff for in
And how long would the court sessions be then? Or
minimum 3 hours probably.
and would that replicate then the competition environment, sort of time wise?
A competition environment depends where you are. So if you're going to Asia or South America, you've got jet lag kind of element as well. But generally, travel 3 days before a competition.
Right.
competition then it could be 3 matches a day lasting, well, every match will last about 90 minutes.
Right. And would there be breaks in between, or is it pretty much back to back? Or
depends. There can be breaks, maybe 2 hours be maximum though. So you're really just off court, get something quickly into your body. Toilets, again, which takes longer, obviously, they need help to do that. And then warm up again for the next match. So it just goes in a match cycle. Jeez. That's a lot of preparation we do around that, and meal times and match preparation, and kind of fitting that. And that's a time for reflection around your previous performance as well. So and you're managing the athlete, but you're also managing their assistant as well.
Of course,
so for two of the classifications, BC1, BC3, they require an on-court assistant who prepares the shot for them and prepares their equipment. The athlete still makes the decision, but the assistant needs to be on form, on task, and ready to go. So it's a dynamic kind of relationship there. So.
And did you have kind of before the camp? Did you have like a plan for it yourself of what you wanted to get out of the camp?
So in terms of the camp itself, so
you said you had 3 athletes.
Yeah, so 3 athletes. So one of the athletes is an established athlete who's a Paralympic in Rio in 2016.
What's her name?
Claire Taggart.
Claire.
So she's a BC2 athlete. She's experienced at a certain point, in terms of she's been the Paralympic Games, but still needs a lot to learn a lot. So she's been in the squad for 4.5 years, so she knows the setup.
How did she do in Rio?
She came 6th in the team event.
Wow.
She didn't qualify as an individual, she was part of the team, so 6th. Lost to provincial winners Thailand in the last quarterfinals. So bit of an underperformance for them, and a bit of a fallout after in terms of reviewing the competition and plotting the way forward towards Tokyo for that group. So she knows kind of the workings of a camp and the expectations of her as an athlete, and the expectations of what she wants to achieve during those 4 days while she's away. The other 2 athletes, BC3 Robin McBride, was her second camp as part of that world class program. So she went to a talent identification day in September in London. So I managed the national program here in Northern Ireland, and then feed into that transition group as a coach in the world class program. So she was identified through our national program to go across that talent day, and then was picked up as having talent and fitting into the dynamic of the group. So she's been at camp in December for basically a bit of a confirmation around her talent and plotting that way forward for her. So this was her first camp as part of that wider group. So again, I was kind of managing her expectations of what the week was going to entail, managing her fatigue levels, managing her kind of timetable around that. Not micromanaging, but just making sure she's on task. She also travels with an assistant. So again, it was the assistant's first experience of traveling to a camp. Going through airports, being up really early, going to bed tired really late. Doing the same thing for the next 4 days. So a bit of pre-planning around Robin's program. The other athlete, James, going across to the camp for the first time. So again, she's been in our national program less than 10 months. Showed really well the competition in Edinburgh in October. So there was obviously UK staff there, and they were interested in her. So her objective being there, kind of goal for the week, was just around confirming her classification and kind of just seeing how she fits in with the rest of the players as well. So it was kind of an exploration experience for her, just to get a feel for it, and for her mum to get a feel for it as well.
3 very different athletes.
3 different athletes in terms of their physical makeup, in terms of how they play the sport. 3 different athletes in terms of personalities as well.
Of course,
ages are quite different, their family backgrounds are different, their stages of development within the sport are quite different as well. So 3 different approaches, both with each of them, and kind of managing their own expectations and their own kind of fears around it as well, in terms of what they expect, and obviously they're going in from a national program and a world class program where you're 18 months out from Tokyo, and the qualification starts now kind of rolling around, and the pressure gets ramped up.
It's in the background there, it's a bit like Brexit at the moment, isn't it?
I don't think it's that complicated.
But I mean, it's there and it's coming, and it's always coming, and the closer it gets, I'm sure, as you say, it gets ramped up.
it's just managing that. Tokyo probably isn't a realistic goal for Robin or Jane. It's really is too short.
Right.
It's more of a journey towards Paris 2024.
And were you hoping that either were on that pathway before the camp, or did you know that going in?
I knew that going in, and to be honest, I suppose it's relating around Claire as well, and the way she was she was picked up this kind of 2014 around this time, so it was the same kind of running period into Rio.
Yeah.
And that was great. It was exciting. It was really unexpected. So an athlete from here would be selected for that sport and travel to Paralympic Games. But it was just the difficulties she experienced being fast tracked into that program and that stage, just prior to Rio, and then during and after the competition. That I think the consequences of that probably outweighed the positive things about that.
Right.
So there's a lot of. Claire was an interesting athlete. She was non-disabled up until she was 17.
Okay.
So her condition is dystonia, so it was lying dormant within her body. So she became disabled at 17. It's a progressive condition, so she began having weaknesses in her legs, and it's progressing out of all 4 limbs. So that's how she classifies for the sport.
Okay.
So she went to Rio as a 19-year-old, 2 years after having a disability, and all the psychological, difficulties around that. But then has this added pressure of, being expected to medal, being expected to perform in that environment, and it's just a pressure cooker. It's elite sport, and she didn't really have the skills developed off court to really deal with that. And
right.
Probably, if you're looking back in terms of how the sport managed the athletes as well around that, it was probably not at the level it should have been either. So dealing with that afterwards, along with other kind of coaches in that environment, it was definitely, and it kind of set Claire back a bit, I think, in terms of where she is on the trajectory now towards Tokyo.
Right.
So probably for me as a coach at that stage, it was naive to kind of that. The risk of that happening to me wasn't. I suppose hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But
yeah,
you didn't really see it happening at that stage. Whereas, not that I can see it happening with both these guys, but I'm wary of it happening. That if they were in that situation. Claire, in terms of her background, would be similar to where Robin is now. Not that sporty in other, probably not a lot of options of doing other sports.
Okay.
Ambitious to a point, but probably not the resilience or the coping skills would be the wrong word. But just dealing with pressure and performing under pressure, those kind of more advanced skills aren't developed enough that she would be in a position to cope.
Right.
So I think 6 years seems like a long time, but in a Paralympic cycle, that's not that long.
Okay.
So she's good enough, but I want to make sure that she's
managed
managed properly. And
so, if I'm hearing what you're saying, then would that be you reflecting then on what happened from Rio, and you're just don't want it to happen again?
Yeah, so I suppose it's reflecting on Rio and the relationship. Obviously, I get to know the athletes really well, and I know some of the stuff that Claire was going through was related to her disability, but more so also related to the pressure within the sport. And I suppose I was doing a lot of reflection on my own, kind of thinking of me as a coach and maybe how that dynamic worked at Rio, and if I could have done anything differently or worked a little bit better, but also then getting feedback from the other coaches within that team environment and staff from the Sports Institute here as well, and what they were seeing around that time as well. So it's kind of a combination of all those.
And what you said earlier on was, that you were fairly naive about going into that. Like, was that it was your first Olympic Games that you were preparing an athlete for, but you went into, I'm assuming, a governing body for Paralympic sport that is used to it. Now, did they learn the same kind of lessons, or
they have. They've changed the way their squad's made up now. So Claire was picked up from a national program and just put on the world class program.
Yeah.
That was the route of travel. So there was no in between.
Yeah.
So after Rio, Claire, they reformed their kind of pathway. So there's a national kind of performance centre in each of the home countries, including here.
Yeah.
That's where you're kind of housed if you have a bit of talent, and you're supported by a proper structure. That didn't probably exist before Rio. So you're picked up out of the blue, and then because the lack of numbers within that sport. The other aspect of that, Claire's female, and within the sport there's a female rule that each classification has to have a female within their team.
Okay.
And the numbers of female players in the UK is quite small in comparison to the stronger countries in South America and Asia.
Okay.
So Claire was probably one of 10 females within her class. She was the best.
Yeah.
Already. So you know that kind of, she was in the right place at the right time. But without the support underneath the world class program. They changed that around. There's a transition group now, so the best players in the home countries come into a transition group who are just below the world class program, but get the same support from coaching staff and psychology support around performing.
Very good. That's.
But it's a massive change, and it's a lesson learned really from them. Really.
It's amazing that, like, my perception. Again, I'm not involved like the way you are. I was involved with a Paralympic swimmer down south, James Scully, and you know, you see how British Paralympic swimming is light years ahead because of resources and thought process and things like that as well. But you would have thought that they wouldn't be making as big a mistake as that now, because it's not like this is their first Paralympic Games.
Yeah, I wouldn't overemphasize it being a mistake. I think it was a thing that they needed at that time.
Was that to get people in, or
it was get that team to qualify really. Right. The other aspect, I suppose, looking back, it's maybe a case of Claire not being ready to accept the help as well around, you know, being a, you know, obviously she was dealing with a lot of that stuff outside of her sport as well. So possibly it might be a case of the sport was there but the athlete wasn't aware of it, or that the athlete wasn't kind of ready to avail of it fully, if you understand what I mean. So that, you know, there was psychology support there was lifestyle support, there was like the physio support and what is world class, but it's the athlete being ready to actually avail of that properly. And
how is Claire now?
In a much better place.
Yeah.
She's 22, 23 now. So
she accepted her disability now, or is there still issues lingering?
There'll be some stuff lingering, not as drastic as it was previously. She's done a lot of work with that. It'd be
very hard to fully accept that. Try and put yourself into her shoes and that.
But she looks at the positive aspect. You know, her life's taken a different direction. You know, probably not through her own choice as well. But you know, she's had a lot of positive things. You know, she's been to Paralympic Games.
Yes.
She's a world class program funded athlete. She's been across the world through her sport.
Yes.
She's met loads of people from around the world. You know, obviously there's good things. There's a lot of negative things as well. But you know, it's open doors and things she wouldn't have seen before.
And what would your hope for her be? For Tokyo, going forward between now and Tokyo?
I suppose in terms of Tokyo, it's not something I have control over. In terms of their goals for the season, you know, they want to be a team that qualifies as early as possible for the competition, so it takes the pressure off towards the back end of the season. As a team, would be to win the European Championships this year. If they do that, they'll automatically qualify for the competition. Her role within the team has changed. She's the athlete rep now for the squad, so she's the go-between between the staff and the governing body, which is really good for her in terms of building leadership skills around the team, and you know, her showing a bit of maturity around her own kind of communication style, you know, and being a leader within that group. So that's really evolved her, and I think that's really helped build those resilient skills and, you know, being able to deal with more pressure. She's in a different place in terms of her role within the group in this cycle, which is really positive. Her off-court habits now have improved, her lifestyle, her nutrition's better. Her condition is well managed. It's a degenerative condition, so she will eventually, you know, get into a position where she probably won't be a BC2 anymore. But she does a lot of conditioning work around that and physio, so that's maintaining what she has. So that's you know, in a good place going into this competition as well. And I do 3 sessions a week with her. My focus in terms of coaching with her is not really in terms of, you know, the outcome of it, or it's more around the process of how she's delivering shots and
very good,
how she's able to think her way through the game. So I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but during the competition or during the match, there's no coaching input at all.
Okay.
So you don't have anything to say in terms of what they're doing when they're on course.
Yeah.
So that's really, when I'm thinking of training with her, it has to be around her making the decisions and
making those independent
choices, and do that under pressure and making good choices and picking the right shot at the right time and doing that consistently as well. So a lot of the says there with me facilitating her really working around and me creating scenarios for her. What if this happened, or you're 3-0 down in the last end, what are you going to do now? So it's building those skills and building those kind of thinking situations with her. Does
that make it very interesting for yourself then?
Yeah, it does. It challenges me as well, because she's obviously wants to be challenged, and I like that as a coach, because I do a lot of most of the sets I do with her is 1-to-1.
Right.
And you might be on court for 3 hours, so that it can be, there is days when maybe she's not that energetic, so those days can be difficult, but if she's challenging me and I'm challenging her, the time does go a lot quicker. I feel we're achieving something too.
That's the same with able-bodied people as well. That no, none of us are perfect. So if I go back to something you said earlier on, and just maybe you could explain it a little bit more, as I don't really know too much about the sport, only from our chats, you said she qualified as in a team. Has she an opportunity to qualify individually as well?
Yeah. So in Rio, she qualifies part of the BC 1 and 2 team, so they come together to form a team. So you do compete individually, but you also compete as a team.
Okay.
Because Claire was only new in the sport at that stage, she had to be ranked within the top 25, I think. And she was around 30, 40.
Okay.
Which is decent for a new player, but not enough to qualify. So this cycle now, she has an opportunity to do both.
Is the rankings out now, or
she's ranked 21st in the world at the minute, and she's the 3rd best female in her class, and the team are 9th at the minute.
So they compete against guys as well?
It's mixed gender, so that's kind of, in terms of the team, that's why they have a female rule, so a female is included within the team, so they're not excluded. It can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. Sometimes, not in the UK squad, but in some of the other countries where there'd be really low numbers of females playing, it's a bit of tokenism, so that female mightn't necessarily play any matches, but they're still selected as part of the group. So you're allowed to play on sub, but it could be 2 male players, 3 male players on the court. So it's not, I don't agree with it in that sense, but again, it does protect that female participation. Eventually, I can see it happening that there'll be just gender specific class, will be a female class BC1, female class BC1, right up to BC4. Claire's there on merit.
Yes.
There's possibly a little bit of that tokenism in the Rio, and that's probably created a bit of that lack of confidence around it. Because a lot of the language she was using, like, I'm just pick because I'm a female, thing, which necessarily wasn't true, because she was good enough to be there, but I think that was in the back of her mind, and things like that. So that didn't really probably help her mindset going into Rio. But as we touched on earlier, she's in a much better place now in terms of her leadership within the group. And
well, if she's picked as the leader in the group, and the representative between the athletes and the coaches, that's a huge honour for her, isn't it? And for you as well, that you've helped to develop that in her.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't really see it as that. I'd rather just facilitate what she's doing. I don't really take a lot of credit for it. It's not. It doesn't. I don't know what the right word for it. It's not something that appeals to me really.
Well, you can understand that, but
I'd be quite proud of it, but I wouldn't think that. I think, God, I really made a difference there. Wouldn't we?
No, but
do you know what I mean?
You're part of the process.
I'm part of the process.
If you can see yourself in the sense that you've created the environment to allow that to flourish. It's not that you're completely.
I remember a conversation I had with, she was selected for Rio in May 2016, and she rang me that morning. I was I might have drive or something, so she was in tears on the phone, really excited. I was just laid back. Oh, well done, really delighted for you. It was just like a conversation we're having now. She was absolutely over the moon, but. And I remember she said, "Oh, you don't sound too happy about it." I really am, but it's just that, it's her achievement. It's not really something that I'm obviously really happy for her. And,
I'd actually be the same way myself.
It's her achievement, really. It's not obviously I'm happy to see her doing it, and I'm happy that I played a small part in it, but it wouldn't be
you're not the be all and end all. It's her journey.
No,
I always give the analogy. I don't know if you ever heard something like this. You know, I say, I draw the map, you take the journey.
That's
You
good.
know,
Yeah.
and it I can think of one kid that actually hates it when I say that.
No, it does. That's for me. It kind of.
Yeah. And tell me this. So Robin and Claire, then, for coming down the standards and that, have you used Claire for Robin and Jane in any way to help develop them and make them better?
Yeah, so Claire, we have camps every month in Jordanstown for performance. So they're full weekend camps. So Claire comes along to train, and be part of the group, which is more of a mentorship role within the group.
Oh, super.
So we do 2 or 3 workshops over the weekend. We're not always on court.
Yeah.
And she would, a lot of the stuff would be kind of, it's a part of the pathway for Bocce UK. So Claire would do a lot of the stuff around expectations and talking about her journey through it and things.
Right.
So that's again that's developed probably in the last 18 months around her feeling confident to do that in front of the group. So we kind of use her as a role model because she is the first we've had in terms of our country, and and she's young, and both of the girls are female obviously as well. They're Robin's 18 and Jane is 17. So Claire's maybe only 5 years older than them, so she can relate to their lives as well.
Well, especially when she got parachuted in at such a young age, then she can relate to what their journey is.
Where Claire was 4 years ago, really. So again, she's happy to do that kind of.
Yeah.
And I just let her. I don't really steer the conversation that much. I let Claire just do that informally, for maybe over lunch, or she would come over maybe and point out a few technical things with them as well, which I'm fine with in terms of coaching. I'm happy for her just to come along and do that as well. And just create that freedom, create that kind of facility, environment that she feels that she can do that, and the athletes respect her opinion and apply kind of things she can do that without undermining what I'm doing as well. If you know what I mean? So it's just,
when you're working together,
we have confidence in each other, and probably that bit of respect in terms of
You see that also goes back to the what the outcome is, because you've worked so well together that you are an integral part of her development.
Yeah. Our journey, I suppose, in bocce is probably similar as well. My background would be in GA, and obviously a completely different sport to bocce.
Yeah.
So I came into bocce maybe a year before Claire did, without knowing a thing about the sport. So I knew coaching, I knew I probably could adapt my style of coaching around that. So I felt confident I would be able to do that, but the technical stuff was way below where it needed to be.
Right.
So it was interesting in the previous assignment we were doing around expertise and how that can apply to different contexts. It really kind of sat well with me. So I suppose again, I was thinking about because we came into the sport probably at the same kind of stage as well, that probably Claire felt safe for me as well, that I wasn't the know-it-all, or do you know what I mean? I was kind of. She understood that I was on a learning process as well as her, and that mistakes that I was going to make as a coach, and obviously her as an athlete was learning as well. So I think that kind of we got off on a good start, that we were at the same kind of point, but we're not that we could see the destination ahead of us. So we kind of, it was shot in the dark for me. Really, it was just. I started with this Bocce sport in 2013, or the squad was formed a month before I started.
Right.
And I started on Monday. We were training on the Saturday. So I just decided to go along. I kind of roped under. So my path wasn't. That was blocked by a lot of the first. I remember I went into the first training session in bocce, and one of the athletes had no movement from their neck down. He was playing with a head pointer. There was another one that was non-verbal and had uncontrolled spasms. And I was like, God, I've only been used to working with teenage players who play GA or athletic and know the sport, and they're physically able and they're able to verbalise their own opinions. I'm completely in my comfort zone here.
Right.
So I had to adapt my style straight away in terms of communication.
What did you do? What did you adapt? What did you change?
I changed everything really. I suppose the coach style would have been a lot of around empowering athletes to kind of take on their own ownership and creating through open questions around, what would you do if this happened, or that type of thing. Yeah. So I realised with some of the athletes that wouldn't work in terms of doing that straight away.
Okay.
And I was fearful also because my technical knowledge of the sport was very, very low.
Right.
So I realised straight away I need to make a connection with somebody who knows the sport a bit better. I made a connection with a coach down south who was the Irish manager, and a connection with the pathway officer in Bocce UK. So they were able to mentor me really around kind of learning more technically about the game. My coaching style, when I first started sport, was probably just going through drills. So a lot of technical kind of, this is the drill, you already know the outcome, it's just a matter of performing it. So a lot of that was kind of, and I realised that was fine for some of the athletes because that was probably the limit of their ability and their cognitive ability as well.
Right.
But when Claire came into the program and a few others, I think, you know, we really need to challenge these guys a wee bit more.
Okay.
So it's just kind of that process really. But one of the key things when Claire was selected, that was only maybe 8 months after I came into the program. Claire was selected, so I was given the opportunity to go to camps then.
Wow. Yeah.
And Bocce UK, so that exposed me then to the next, well, probably 3 or 4 levels up from where I was operating, which was daunting enough at the beginning. But again, I went in with an open mind. Bit of naivety, but like no pressure. You know, you go in some environments, a bit of pressure, and you're like, geez, I really need to show that I have the knowledge. You know, but I felt safe that they kind of knew where I was in terms of my own development, and
they were comfortable.
Felt that they were comfortable. And I was basically I was given some responsibilities in terms of coaching some of the players, which was really good as well, and it was in a supportive environment where I felt that, geez, these guys are going to be, you know, Paralympians, and I come out here knowing nothing about this sport, but you know, these guys still trust me, so that was really good to get that confidence and gain more knowledge around the high performance aspect of the sport as well. So I'm still on that journey, Martin, to be honest. Like I'm qualified to level 2 coaching now, and I'm leading our national program, and I'm coaching at the UK level. I don't think I still want to know more, and I still need to know more. I think I still can be better in terms of how I'm doing things. So you know, I'm still on that bit of a journey, and I recognise that. Like so. Yeah.
Because it's funny you should say that. It really resonates with me, because when I had to coach Jimmy Scully, like it was the only other person that I had that was disabled in my coaching career was a guy who had CP. And of course Jimmy's was totally different, you know, and it was like, man, he has no knees. How does he kick? You know, and it was finding, you know, so it's like completely out of your comfort zone, you know. So I could really relate to that, like, you know, that it was kind of like, oh, and it feels like, all right, and that was in my sport. You know, like you can imagine then you going into a completely different and completely new sport. Like fair play to you, like talk about an accelerated learning. You know, into not only going into the position, but you know, like it says a lot about your character though as well, that you're humble enough to be able to say, guys, I don't really know what the parts of this, and that, you know, you kind of made yourself vulnerable to be able to say, people could shoot me and kind of say, well, what are you doing that job for? Type of thing, like, you know, but you were able to actually, you know, say, okay, this is what I know, this is what I don't know, and then, but I'm willing to learn. That's the approach I took. Like I'm still taking that approach, that I have a completely different background to most of the coaches. I can feeling comfortable enough to say, guys, I'm not, like, I don't know this, but I'm willing to have a go at it, and can you support me to do that? So it's something, again, I suppose I'm at a certain stage in that journey, and I'm still seeking out other people who I think could really, you know, like yourself, actually meeting you and the other guys in the course was really, because you come from different backgrounds, and you know, I suppose we shared a few conversations, you know, and our backgrounds are similar, but you know, we have experiences with each other. And I think for me to be a better coach, I think I need to keep on doing that, because it, you know, it's like anything, you know, if you feel you've learned it all, or you feel you get out, or like it might come to a stage. You know it all. There's no point in doing it. You know, even the best in the world. You know, like just exactly what you're saying there. Like I know, like I've in swimming terms, what the best advice I ever got was if you go to a big championships, seek out someone you want to talk to and ask them, can we go for a coffee? And then pick their brain. And it's amazing what you learn in that. You know, like we all kind of look up to, God, they're the guru, you know. But just pulling you back, sorry, to something you said earlier on then about with Robin and identifying that she's not quite ready for this Olympics. And why did you feel then she's not? What was the did you have some sort of an assessment or?
Yes, we do skills tests, and our skills test results for a player first stage of development is good, but the guys within that squad of work, there's 3 of them ranked in the top 10 in the world.
Wow.
So their skills test score would be in the 200s out of a maximum of 240. So you're talking gold standards above 200. Robin's at around 160, 170 at the minute. So if you're comparing that to this, you're probably talking top 25 in the world. So technically good, and you know has good process in terms of how she delivers her shots. It's the stuff off court I think would be more of a struggle for her.
Like what?
Just dealing with the length of a competition, so maybe a 4-week period away from family and away from that environment.
But she is only 18.
She's only 18, just finished school, so and her care needs are quite high as well, so just managing that around the competition.
Okay.
Like there's obviously a lot of support from the governing body. Her background as well, like she came into Bocce 18 months ago in their national programme. Her profile, what I tell ID players, I look for what they're doing in court, but also intellectually what they can do, because it requires a lot of thinking.
Yes.
As well in court. So players are going to be world class are generally players who are creative minds, strategic thinkers. Like the profile of the guys, and one of them's a former chess champion.
Right.
Very good with maths, can work at angles and stuff as well.
Okay, good.
Problem solve. So that kind of stuff that I look for when talent, and Robin fits all those criteria as well. I suppose ultimately, Martin's out of my hands. I don't do selection, so I can only form an opinion on her and advise the head coach, the performance director. Ultimately, the decision is out of my hands. What I aim to do with her over the next 18 months or period into Tokyo is to really support her in terms of building that support around her, and linking with their parents and the guys in Bocce UK just to create that support around her. If she is selected, she feels ready enough, and the consequences after maybe a below par performance or a bad experience there. Because ultimately what happens is I probably end up dealing with a lot of that stuff because she lives locally and we manage a program while she's here. And that's the same for Claire and our Jane's in the same situation. So it's limiting those things if they happen.
And
I would do care, and it's probably my nature that because they're vulnerable athletes, and you see, sometimes you forget the fact. Like I treat them as athletes, and to me they are athletes. They're elite in what they do, but there is that vulnerability around their physical makeup, and I always have that at the back of my mind as well. In terms of just a bit of duty of care, and kind of I have a close relationship with them, also feel responsible for their welfare as well.
But that's really coming out of this talk, and I think that's your. You don't mind me saying your coaching makeup of you're looking at the individual, you're looking at the development of that individual as opposed to a Paralympic athlete. And it like it sounds like you learned and you developed that bond with Claire, but it sounds like to me, I don't know, we haven't really gone into the what you did in the GAA end. But it sounds like you had that anyway. That seems to be part of your makeup of
probably is. It probably related back to my own kind of upbringing as well. He was from a rural part of Donegal. Both the parents were teachers, and both of them were involved. Pushed me in sports, not pushed me, but encouraged me. Would always be really supportive around that, and suppose when I first went into coaching, it was kind of at that stage maybe I was thinking around what career I was going to do. So was I going to maybe go into teaching like my parents did, or go down the coaching route. So I probably learned a lot of the rapport and duty of care for people from my upbringing as a child, from my parents, and the community we grew up in was quite small as well. Kind of everyone looked out for each other.
Right.
As well, so it's probably that kind of everything would make up already. And then I think if you're working in the Paralympic context, your empathy for people is probably a bit stronger than.
Very much so. Yeah.
Not saying other sports, but you have to have strong empathy for who you're working with. So I think it's just the nature of the sport and the environment that I'm in on a daily basis that kind of comes out maybe stronger than other coaches might have the opportunity. Like I remember seeing your presentation and your experiences of having coaches around you that are very aggressive and very direct, and that just wouldn't work with people that I work with. It just wouldn't be the. It would be completely explosive. Like you wouldn't get any positive. Whereas in other sport, that approach might work. Whereas for me, it doesn't work.
Yeah. No. Agree with you there. And tell me, like, how many's in the family?
Two brothers, and we're both similar ages, so I have a twin brother.
Oh, right.
So I'm 8.5 minutes older than him.
and you never tell him that.
Sometimes I remind him that. And then our younger brother, he's only 14 months younger than us, so we're all the same age. And
still close?
Still close. We're not. The guy living in Uriah, and Ronan still lives at home in Crana, not obviously in the home house with his wife. And obviously in Letterkenny, so they're still local enough for them. But we talk every week, like, and we're
very good.
We're all married, and we all.
They didn't become teachers then.
No, Ronan's involved. He's actually a nutritionist, so he works in Letterkenny. He does some work for the Sports Council in the institute.
Very good.
He worked with Annalise Murphy and Sailor and Rio. He's kind of in the same. He wasn't that good at sport. I was going to say as a video, but he kind of invested a lot of his time in studying. Although I seen he was kind of a young. He was really good at GA when he was young. Probably the best player in his age group as a athlete. And his career, he worked for the Locks Agency for a while.
Okay.
Now he's working for an environmental company in Ballinfay, so just outside Letterkenny. So sometimes you bring him maybe in the middle of a river or doing a bat survey in the middle of the night somewhere. So we're all we're really close to this, which
very good.
And that's kind of sustained now.
And then you married a teacher.
I can't get away from it. So again, I suppose that reflects on always my own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
your
background.
She's a similar kind of personality, and it's the same careers my parents had. So she'll never be my mother, but she's close enough, I suppose.
Definitely not that. Never seen this. So that was very good. So you're able to. It seems like that whole. Your past and your upbringing. Would you think that has been useful? I suppose.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's probably only something I've reflected on the last couple of years, to be honest. Just because probably that stage of my life now, where I'm 34 now. There, so I suppose you get a bit older. You kind of think of things you did in the past. So I suppose that just I suppose kind of the completely new sport as well kind of creates that need to kind of reflect a little bit more. So it does, and it would be something I would really be strongly think that it shaped how I coach now. I suppose my outlook in life and stuff.
Well, that's probably one of the big reasons why you've been such a success with very little of a background, or absolute no background in it. You know, that you're able to draw on different. I suppose since we've gone and done this masters, we've been able to look at different soft skills that you don't necessarily have CPDs for. That the better coaches seem to be able to bring things like that to the table. Like they don't. If you're ever on a course, they don't teach you that.
No, I know.
You know of how you develop a relationship with an athlete, and how you actually develop that then to the point of, as you say, fast tracking into a program, going to a Paralympic Games, dealing with the after effects of not being successful there, and still keeping her on the program, and now she's at a world class level. That's legit. I'm thinking, reflecting on the progress of the sport here, because I've a wider remit for us. I
probably get more satisfaction out of actually having 3 athletes in a program now, even though they're maybe not the stage where Clare was, and building a national program where there's 10 athletes on a performance program now. So that didn't exist even 2 years ago. So that,
super, yeah.
You know, that probably gives me more satisfaction. We're actually building something that's sustainable here. We're,
yeah,
you know,
is that an actual get your Clares of the world?
Exactly, and we're building a workforce around them as well.
Very good.
That, you know, we can actually, you know, sustain a development of that sport for a long time. So that probably as a coach gives me more satisfaction. I suppose it's probably the next stage of a career maybe as well to kind of go in that more development role in terms of coach education or whatever it might be.
That's what I was just going to come to finish on as to what's next.
So short term for me is really in terms of competition. We're hosting the UK Championships here in Northern Ireland for the first time, so it's preparing the squad for that.
When's that?
June, so roughly 6 months away.
You let me know when it is. I'd like to come along.
Yeah, more than welcome.
Where will it be?
Antrim Forum.
Antrim, I don't know where that is. You'll have to tell me where that is.
So obviously I'm involved in terms of organising that competition, but more so in terms of preparation for our squads.
Right.
To do that.
Yeah.
We haven't worked out goals in terms of performances yet, but it's getting a team at the start line and they're ready to perform in front of a home crowd, and using that competition to really build a profile for the sport locally as well in terms of getting more people interested in. Be one of the goals that we're looking towards. Longer term would be again getting more athletes into that program and sustaining their involvement. So there's gaps coming up after Tokyo, that there'll be gaps in that squad for new players to come in. So I want to be in a position after Tokyo that we've guys ready to populate that environment.
Very good. So you're thinking ahead.
Yeah. Like it's 6 years away, but you want to.
Comes very quick.
It's not that long.
Yeah.
My own family, I suppose, outside of sport, of a new child, so she's 10 months old. So it's really just it's kind of balancing the work life with the family life as well, and ensuring that I have a good balance there in terms of not being too focused on work and neglecting other aspects of my life, which are as a partner more so important than
of course,
and watches and all that, So that's been a nice thing for me, really, just to kind of see her development over that 10 months and 3 things. It's just constant. For example, I was away at that camp and for those 4 days I come back and you could see wee changes on her, wee things she was doing differently. So that's been really exciting for me. And,
that's an exciting time, isn't it?
It's the next stage of her life, I suppose,
absolutely,
and just seeing her grow up and
6 more, obviously, and 6 more kids.
1 or 2 more. The night feeds and the nappy change, not a feeling. No, so that's just I suppose it, but just kind of keeping the wheel going and
excellent.
Ensuring I'm not kind of burning out too much as well, which can happen.
It can. Well, I'm going to close it there and wish you the very best of luck with it anyway. All right.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Thank you.